leads into Tisha B'av. This year, Tafshin 2019. Unfortunately, 1,949 years of Tisha B'av, tragically. And this year we have Shabbat is the 9th of Av. We don't mourn, certainly not overtly on Shabbat. We push it off till the 10th of Av. And what are the halachot on Tisha B'av, the 9th of Av itself on Shabbat? So we have regular Shabbat, Friday night, Shabbos morning, regular minyanim, regular shirim, chatzot hayom, midday, and on. The Ramah says we should only learn, even on Shabbat, we should only learn the Torah that's permitted on Tisha B'av itself. Mishabura, Be'alacha bring down many who argue with this. If one could learn like he would she would learn any other time, could learn all the Tisha B'av materials, and then fine, you fulfill the Ramaz Minhag, and you're still learning. If you say, nah, I can't learn Tisha B'av stuff, I'll do that tomorrow, but today, if I don't learn my regular Shir, my Daf Yomi, my Gemara Shir, my Mishnah, whatever it is, I don't do that, I'm not learning. So then just learn the regular material. Then you have the afternoon going into the night. So we have regular Sudah Shlishi, person has to have a third meal on Shabbat. The Shulchan Aruch says, Tavkuf Dalet Sif Yud, that he has a regular Sudah meal, even like the meal of Shlomo Melech. No, let's have a regular beautiful. If you don't have meat, you have meat, dairy, fish, whatever you have a regular meal. Magen Avram, Magen Avram that says, well, it should be a little bit more subdued. But he also brings down the Bechor Shur, no, regular meal. If you don't have chevra, whatever you do, have a regular meal. Have Yizmiros, have everything. And then once sunset hits, that's it. The fast begins. So it's a very tricky time. You can't eat. Cannot wash, chitza shel tanug, anoint yourself. You can't do anything from the fast. The other thing, you can't have any avelut for hesya, public fasting, or public expression of mourning, I should say. So you sit in a regular chair, could sit on the chair, on the floor, would be obviously avelut, public mourning on Tisha B'av, and you don't change shoes, that would be a clear sign of avelut. And the other thing, you don't eat, you don't wash yourself, rinse out your mouth, anything like that. So that's at sunset. The person has to keep an eye, see when sunset is, and at that moment finish eating and drinking and washing and stuff like that and learning pleasurable things. Now everything now should be switched over. Anything that's not public. Regarding Zemirot Shabbat, not so clear in the poskim. There are those that say, yeah, you really should stop also, because you don't have to have Zemirot after sunset. Like, you always sing songs every Shabbat, and if you don't sing, it's going to be so obvious. So Malami goes that way. Others say, no, you could go, you could keep singing. Different opinions on that one. Many do stop by sunset. And also another concern is to stop the singing by sunset, because they stop the meal, because you do my machronim, and some concern my machronim, but if you can, do it before sunset as well. So that's very different opinions, but everyone agrees you must stop eating by sunset. That's for sure, and drinking, that's clear. And then there's the singing, that's really different opinions regarding that. Then a person sees when one Seita Kochavim is, each one according to their opinion, when Seit is 40, 50, 70 minutes after sun, whatever it is, different opinions on that. But whenever it's a person's Seita Kochavim, so then at that point, a person says, he adds on a minute or two for Tosefet Shabbat, and then he says, Baruch Hamav de Bekodesh L'chol. And at that moment, Shabbat is over. Work could be done. Many shuls have a delayed Mara, so people could change, put on their Tisha B'av clothing, and get to shul within 15 minutes or so for Mara. But Shabbos ended. Someone who does need to eat, or has a heter to eat, they cannot eat until they say Havdalah. Those who make it through the fast, or it's a Sunday night, then of course they have to make Havdalah Sunday night beforehand, before your person eats. That's all year long. A person is not supposed to eat until they make Havdalah. So whenever the person has a heter to eat, that's when they make Havdalah. So that's an overview of the Halachot of Shabbat. It's a regular Shabbat. Learning according to the Ramah should change by midday, and by sunset. At that moment, the fast begins in a limited way. There's no eating, drinking, but we still have to try to keep the Shabbat atmosphere to some degree or another. In Mi'etz Hashem, hopefully this will be an academic study. Somehow we can have the Mikdash back already, and the Tisha B'av Mi'etz Hashem should be a day of celebration and joy. It should become a Chag, a Moed once again. Shalom.